זו הפרשה תזריח ליום שני. תחזה, בשעת דכנסת לגבי אדם, קודשה בריחו בריחלון. אדם ודכתיב. Says from the moment that Chava came to be with Adam to be his wife, HaKadosh Baruch Hu blessed them, as it is written, "Vaberech otam Elokim." Chazan devarech leKallah b'sheva berachot. Like Chazan, or rabbi that's blessing a couple that's getting married under the kuppah. מכאן ולפנה חתן וכלה, כיוון דתברכן בשבע ברכות, ידבר כאן באחדה כדוגמה דלעילה. And this is how we learn that when the Hatan and the Kallah, as they are blessed with the Sheva Berachot, and they get attached together, it is exactly like the Sefirot in the higher realms. That's why when a man comes and goes with a woman, the wife of another, he does a damage where, not in here, it does a damage in the Sefirot. High. Because the chibur of Knesset Israel, this attachment between Knesset Israel, which is Midat Malchut, is with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And sometimes it is with Rachamim, and sometimes it is with Din. I mean, you know, there's different type of unions. מה דמתחבר באינטו דאחרה כאילו משקר הרבה בקודשה בריחו בכנסת ישראל. He says, come and see, the one that goes with the wife of another. He says, it's like he testifies wrongly about כנסת ישראל, about Hashem. ועדה קודשה בריחו לה מכפר לה בתשובה, ותשובה תליה עד יסתלק מעלמה. And on this, Hashem does not forgive him, even if he does teshuvah. It will be only when he will die that if he does a teshuvah, that it will be forgiven for him. And there's a lot of things that are this grave, if we can say, that the teshuvah does not erase the sin. You know, but this is one of the most serious ones. דכתיב, זה נשביתן, אם יקופר העוון הזה לכם אל תמותון. ומתי? בשעת הדהל בתשובה להוא על מה? ויתלה לקבל העונשה. And when it will be forgiven is when he will not only do a real teshuvah, but when he will go and receive the punishment in the Gehinnom. So it takes those two things, death and the Gehinnom, to be forgiven for that. Of course, this is on the condition that he does teshuvah before he dies. ואלעזר אמר, מה דמשקר בכנסת ישראל לא יקבל בתשובה עד יתדן בדינה דגיהינם. All the one that do something, we say שמועל בכנסת ישראל. That means that he does something that is really wrong to Knesset Israel, and he gives examples here. For example, if he goes to a woman that is not married but is free, No, it's not a good example of giving here. Too complicated. But we just repeat that the man that goes with a married woman does this damage not only to her and not only in this olam hazeh, but he does it in the sefirot lemala. Kol sheken ma demishaker bekneset Israel b'kedusha barichu. Even more, the one that does not only that, and those other things that are as chamor as they. And he says the best example is this, because this is something that when a man does it, it's like he puts the whole Torah in question. Because as we know, we know that the Torah is the foundation of the Torah is on doing what Hashem tells us to do on the family, and everything we have to do in the home, etc., and how we're supposed to be with the others. So a man that goes with the wife of someone else, then of course everything that is written in the Torah, he reverses everything. בכל שכן, יתחכלה לקודשה בריחו לבעבד דיוקנה דממזר into דחרה. And even more, if he does with this woman a mamzer, right? Because we know a mamzer means someone that is born from one of the illicit relationships, whatever it is. And this is the main illicit relationship, is to go with the wife of someone else. והכחיש פומי בדמלכה, ובחייה פתר ואמר, גוזל אביו ואימו וגומר. It says there's also this commandment that we find in in Mishle, that it says the one that steals from his father and from his mother. It says this is an allusion to the one that goes with the wife of another. Aviv da kudsha b'yechu, Aviv de kudsha b'yechu, imo de Knesset Israel, right? Because he does gam, kilkul, not only Kadosh Baruch Hu, but also in Am Israel, right? It's a kilkul gadol. Ma gozel, kema da'at hamer, gazlat e'ani bevatechem uman ihu mande chamid iteta achacha delav ihi bat zuge. Wow, and he said, what is it that he stole? He stole the woman of someone else. You know, I want to tell you the Zohar is no coincidence. Just yesterday I was made aware of a situation that happened in Montreal, in this neighborhood, something like that. Taman, Tanenan. There was a couple, of course I'm not going to say the name, they used to invite someone to their table every Shabbat. It's not the first time I hear that, you know. Every Shabbat they used to invite this single guy, and this guy went with the wife. The wife went with him. Family, children, and everything. We have learned. כל הנהנה מן העולם הזה בלא ברכה, כאילו גוזל לקודשה בריחו וכנסת ישראל. תכתיב גוזל אבי ואימו וגומר. כל הנהנה מן העולם הזה כלל, דאי הוא אינטו. He says, we have learned that it is written, whoever profits or enjoys something with this from this world without doing a blessing to Kadosh Baruch Hu is like he's stealing it, right? And as it is written also, the one that steals his father and his mother, all this means the same thing. What is it that he takes to father beracha? He says the one that takes a woman, a wife of someone else, because he didn't do the beracha. A man is allowed to take his wife. Why? Because he did the beracha on it. Same thing as you're allowed to eat the fruit, because we did borei pe'aetz. The same thing, you're allowed to be with your wife because there was a beracha on her, right? So I mean, she was blessed for you. If she's not blessed for you, take something that does not belong to you. And it says even one that has relationship with a woman, even if she's free, and he's enjoying with her without having the Sheva Berachot. It's like he stole something from Knesset Israel, from Hashem. Of course, he's not as going with a married woman, but he's still not allowed. Because we know that to have zivug, and to be allowed to have the zivug, you need the Sheva Berachot. ומה על פינוי הכך, מה דתבג ואינטו דאחרה דקיים בגבוהן דאלה בזיווגה דשבע ברכות על אחת כמה וכמה. So if we see that even a free woman is forbidden if the Sheva Berachot will not said on her, right? So how much more when we talk about a woman that had the Sheva Berachot before another man, and that this man goes with her. Says he gave the example of Rabam. Yomer en pesha de amaha penuya hi amai asir beginda gozel avive moave. That he says, but this woman is free, so why is she forbidden? Because of this, like it is written, he stole from his father and mother. Ve'lo'od ela dechavechu le'ish mashchit. Man hu ish mashchit depagim diyukna dikuna de'ela. Became like a man that is a destructor. Why? Because he changed something in the spiritual form above. Kol sheken ma de chamid de into de chavle de bekava de fagim yatir ve'adat avgim hu le'almin. Even more than one that does something with the wife of another. איש משחית לפגים לאלה, פגים לטאטה, פגים לנפשי, דכתיב משחית וכתיב משחית נפשו הוא יעשנה. What the Zohar here is trying to explain, like a lot of other things, is that there's things that we do here, and they don't only do damage to us or around us, but they do a damage in all the higher worlds. I mean, it has this power to go all the way up, and this is how we understand everything also positive that we do, right? Mm-hmm. So we do things positive, and we know that something is going to go up and stimulate goodness, lemala. So how about you do something wrong? Also, and the same thing, whatever you do here can stimulate different level of goodness. Things that we do here that are negative can also stimulate different level of negativity. But of course we don't know. So this is why I explain that this is one of the worst ones. The worst one to do, because you put everything in question. And at the same time, it shows, you say midah keneged midah. As bad as it is to go for a married woman, as good it is to be with your wife and to do things that you're supposed to do. You know, the wife that's supposed to can give you this type of home, right? What she does, she keeps ta'arat mishpacha, and she has, and you're with her, and she's with you, and you're with her. So you see, as this is the worst thing, see, this is the best thing. So if we compare, every time one does something with a negative woman, goes down and does all this damage, and it does it with his wife in the right way, it does goodness, midah keneged midah, so it's really an extraordinary goodness. Hashem olam, amen, amen.